Welcome back to Bloom. Our next guest says flu season layered with coronavirus threats means we need to actively train our bodies to be more responsive when under attack. So fall is game day for everyone. And like they say on the field, the best offense is a good defense. Joining us to discuss foods to build your immunity and antibody all-stars for your entire, get this, Quaranteam is James B. LaValle, the clinical director for the Pro Football Hall of Fame Performance Health Program. James is a clinical pharmacist, board-certified clinical nutritionist, and the author of more than 20 books. Welcome to Bloom, James.
It is great to be here. Thanks for having me.
So I love this. It really is all about nutrition. Now more than ever, we need to be thinking about this to build up our immune systems.
Yeah, I think the one thing that it showed us when of course COVID hit is that, we do have to take care of ourselves. Obviously for the last 38 years, it's been my emphasis, all the way from coming out of pharmacy school to clinical nutrition, teaching in med school and pharmacy school. We have to start to create programs where we're teaching people how to eat better.
Yeah, and we talk about our athletes, and of course we have Tom Brady now here in the Tampa Bay area, and he's all about nutrition, but does the athlete need nutritional needs any different than the average Joe?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, obviously athletes need more calories. We should all be eating foods that fuel our body correctly. So, when I'm working with teams, and I work with teams in all 5 major league sports, I'm always emphasizing the need for, better nutrition, at the training table and how to fuel themselves before a game. But for example, the COVID-15 is real. I can't tell you how many patients and colleagues of mine said, my God, I got, quarantined and I just started eating. I was stress eating. I was eating more cookies. I was baking more cakes, having more happy hours, right? Virtual happy hours. And those are not the things that are going to help your immune system. One of the biggest things you can do right away is think about getting more greens in. Vegetables are important because they provide prebiotics that help your body make more food or nourishment for your probiotics. And remember, probiotics are your microbiome. Really, that's 70% of your immune system is in your gut. Mm-hmm. And the probiotic flora really dictate that. So greens are great. If you can't get into eating greens, drink your greens. I love it when people use green powders, for example, as a part of their morning smoothie. A lot of people end up going and buying green drinks and are actually really high in sugar, not going to help your immune system. So get a green powder. I mean, I like one called Kyo Greens. It works really great. And then the other one is making sure you're eating lean proteins and you're not overdoing carbs. I just did an interview with, one of my former pro athletes. He's like, oh yeah, I have a bowl of oatmeal and I have brown sugar and raisins in it. And then I eat a cup of yogurt, and I added up how many carbohydrates and sugars he was eating, and it was enough for 2 days. And you just have to remember, sugar and excessive carbohydrate intake is going to weaken your immune system.
So I'm Italian, so I'm a huge fan of garlic. I put it on everything, even my eggs. Is that good for your health?
Well, I'm Italian too, so I'm going to tell you garlic is good for everything. So garlic is great. One of the things, if you're going to do it therapeutically, aged garlic extract, which has got over 850 publications on it, actually has been shown to increase what's called gamma delta cells in your immune system. And they actually did studies against people for colds and flu, and it showed that it reduced the incidence, severity, and duration of cold and flu. So aged garlic, though, is a really special type of garlic because it takes all the volatile compounds out in the aging process so you don't get that stinking rose effect. So aged garlic extract, I think it's my first round draft pick for helping people with their immune system going into cold and flu season, as well as change your diet. Don't succumb to eating so many sweets. And then also making sure you're taking a good probiotic, because once again, a probiotic could also have a dramatic impact on your incidence of cold and flu.
All right, James, thank you so much. And from one Italian to the other, I guess when we say mangia, mangia, that means all the good stuff.
That's right. And Buon Italia.
All right.
That's right.
All right. Well, for more information, you can visit James' website at jimlavalle.com. Thank you, James. We'll be back with more